Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 59 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Western and pirate science fantasy campaign. So, where last we left off, the group finally made their way out of Coyote's Cliff and over to Bad Tusk, where they ended up facing quite a legendary creature, the Feasting Pig, swiftly defeating it by transforming one of the members into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. They were able to help out with controlling the flames that were burning the entire town of Bad Tusk to a crisp. They then met up with quite a few interesting characters, one of which was Jedidiah's older brother. They had a brief discussion on what plans they might be able to have in assaulting the Wilkins Manor, where it seems the gunpowder witches have holed themselves up. And they then moved to a long rest, tabling planning for the next day, and hopefully by nightfall, they will be attacking the Gunpowder Witch stronghold. So we start in the middle of your long rest, as you all have made your way to the very, very tiny rooms that are in this mobile sort of shop that Vera has. Um, they're incredibly small. It's about two bunk beds to a room with a tiny space for a desk. I will let you all choose how you have made your sleeping arrangements. However, Jed, in the middle of your long rest, you have a visitation, and it is indeed a strange one. You awaken in the chamber that you usually do, but it's dark. There's no Mazarendael here. But standing on the dais instead is a little girl, two braids in her hair, wearing a nightgown, clutching a teddy bear. And she looks directly at you. Grandmarie said too much.
Is. Is this little girl familiar to me at all?
No,
Okay.
completely unfamiliar.
Yeah, Gregory was kind of she was a little off-putting. Who are you?
At this, she just bursts into flames.
Oh,
And suddenly, you are facing Mazarendael once again. Grandmarie said too much, but I guess you must know. The
what's
5 keys that you are collecting. They were once part of a bigger key. Since the demons that guard the anchors cannot turn them, there's only one. You. But you cannot turn all at once. I was going to wait until after you had collected them all, but Grandmarie gave that away.
yeah, I don't what happened to her?
When your father turned the key, it changed things. The keys must be turned at the same time. The anchor points. They were made to hold my prison. But with one of them compromised, the warlocks were transformed into guardians to prevent the keys from being turned again.
Right.
But
What?
these,
I don't think that Jedidiah has ever really heard what his dad did. And
no,
like
he hasn't.
or how he died in oh no, he knows how he died because the townspeople killed him. But
Yes.
so he did something, fucked up the ritual, survived, and then tried to leave and then was killed by the townspeople. Um so But that didn't, so, but when my dad, all he did was turn the key early?
So it seems.
Why? Why did
I
he turn it early?
I do not know. But yet he did and then was killed. But luckily we can reforge the key. It was once one key. And at this point, your whole body starts burning. You feel
Great.
your tattoos sizzling into your skin as you see in front of you a large, at this point, it's not really it's a bit long to call it a dagger. It's more of a cinquedilla, a wide sword with a very, it's a shorter blade. It's an awkward triangle shaped blade. You can look it up later. The blade of which is covered in skulls and wrought iron, and you can hear the screams of thousands of people. The key to my prison was forged after I was cast out from Mount Celestia for questioning, themselves. They made the key and wrote the plans down on the flesh of the back of my most prized general, Malthael. And you see this angel chained down as other angels are peeling the skin off of his back. They made the plans and hid them away. And you see, sitting on a huge hand is a woman in a white dress. She has a halo around her head, and around her are little baby angels all looking down as she's writing with a quill on a desk that's also being held in this hand. Her hands covered in blood, tinged with gold. They hid the plans away. They hid them in a place known as the City of Bells. Find the rest of the keys. And you get another vision, quick flashes. One is an octagonal sort of building in the middle of a swamp. You recognize the sides all have the same sort of pattern that the door has on the way in, as if the pattern is also on the inside and the outside, and there's statues on top of it. You see another flash of red rock everywhere, and a cave where you see down at the very end there is a door. And finally, you see, swept with storms, a place where there are huge spikes of earth coming up. You actually recognize this place. This is Thunderhorn Bluff. You saw this when you read Chauncey's mind back in Ashenhold and saw his experience of firing off the magnum opus. Find the rest of the keys, find the plan, and we can reforge the master key. And you awaken. Your body still hurts like it was lit on fire. And you notice, as you look down at your body, your tattoos have all moved.
Okay.
Chauncey, I'm assuming you are sleeping at least in the same room, if not attempting to sleep in the same bed. They are twin bunk beds, so it's going to be hard, but I'll leave that up to you.
Bitch, my ex and I shared a twin bed for the first 6 months we were dating.
Okay, but yeah, that's great for you. Jed's not
Absolutely
dealing
not.
with that. Absolutely not. Jed is like me. I like to cuddle, but
Mm.
then when it's time to actually sleep, don't
Mm.
fucking touch me.
Fair.
Together but separate.
All right.
Okay.
So I do not know which bunk Chauncey and Jed would have taken.
Nah.
Uh, however, from wherever he is in the room, you do hear him start screaming in pain and
Screaming,
obviously
Jesus.
flailing.
Okay, I'll get up and check on him and um Is he? I'm assuming this is before he wakes up, right?
Yeah, it's about a solid maybe 25 seconds of him writhing and screaming before he wakes up.
I mean, those are
You
sights we're used to in bed. Let's get real. Sorry, what was that?
you do see his tattoos are all glowing, and you see
Oh,
they
cool.
begin to move physically across his body, trading spots, slithering around each other before finally they stop and he wakes up. And there's also like a faint wisp of smoke coming off of his body.
Just gonna be like, hey, buddy.
Ooh. God. Oh, was that necessary? Oh my God.
Are you?
Oh.
If I touch him, does he like burn to touch?
He feels way too warm, like he's running a fever.
Jed, what
Okay.
the?
Okay.
We have a familiar
Meow.
with us.
Meow. Jed
Meow
starts
finger.
meowing.
Jed meows like a cat. Um,
Oh, no, it's Cinnamon. Cinnamon comes and curls up
no.
on my lap.
Pseudo dragons make cat noises. It's canon now.
Jed, your tattoos moved and they were glowing, and
Shit, what?
are you okay? I'm gonna put a hand on his forehead. What happened?
There's Mazarandael had a message. I should. Is there like a mirror in here?
Yeah, I'll say there is a mirror. It's like a vanity mirror where you have the
Jed just
desk and then a
gets
mirror.
naked and just like looks in the mirror, and I want to just like analyze my tattoos because my tattoos like are my contract.
Yes,
So
they are.
like if the contract has changed, Jedidiah wants to know that.
Hot second. I refuse to believe that Jedidiah doesn't sleep naked.
All right. So
I mean, I
as
think
you
he likes to sleep naked, but he's been living a double secret Hannah Montana life for a long time, so he tries to be prepared.
Mm.
Um, but so what's up with the tattoos?
so you can clearly see they have moved all of them. Um Chauncey, you would be the first one to notice this. On his back, there is a huge new back tattoo. It is the same blade, a sort of wide and short, aggressively triangular blade. You would probably
It's
recognize it
covered in
as a cinquitilla,
skulls and shit. Hell yeah,
covered
it's
in
fucking
skulls and
metal.
things like that, as well as what appears to be almost like an alchemical formula with the images of these other five knives. You recognize them as now Jed has two of them. The sort of twisting, coiled knife. There are five of them around this tattoo with lines connecting each other and in between in sort of a not quite a pentagram, but kind of a pentagram on his back.
Mm. Chauncey's just gonna start like tracing it lightly with one of his
Whoa, whoa.
fingers.
So is there something new back there?
Let me uh going Chauncey's gonna go into his bag and rifle around and pull out I guess vellum, like something akin to tracing paper, which would have probably been vellum at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, lay down on the bed. I'm going to
Yeah,
uh,
I comply.
Chauncey's gonna make a tracing of Jed's new back tattoos
Hmm.
to show him. Do I need to do a tool check? I'm fucking great with tools.
I'm gonna say no. This is almost a schematic, and given the fact that you probably had to draw schematics for just about almost anything you build, you're pretty good at it. I'm just gonna give it to you, especially because you're tracing it.
Mm.
So as you present it, Jed, you do see there is no new text. It seems to only be
Okay, just a
it's almost
picture.
like when you put an image in the middle of a block of text in Word and it just
Is he
everything's
giving me a reference image? Is that all of
yeah.
that for a fucking figure number one, like, on my fucking back?
Well, Mazarundale is a bit extra. Um, so yeah, you have figure number one. It even says it in the corner. I'm kidding, it doesn't. Um, but you have a new back tattoo of
Okay.
the sword.
Jed definitely looks like visibly relieved when he realizes there's no new writing on his body. It's okay. Yeah, I'm looking at like the picture you drew. I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to make now. You added fucking more shit. Before I just have to
Okay,
find the keys.
that's a Cinquedea. As you can see,
Neat.
it is wide and aggressive. It's short and aggressively triangular.
That's a stubby boy.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's kind of nicknamed the five finger sword because it's so wide.
Huh.
So
And
yeah,
just like Wonder Woman, it goes right between your butt cheeks.
okay.
all right then.
Um,
Um, are you feeling okay? I mean,
yeah, I fucking feel like the burning was a bit unnecessary, but yeah, I'm fine. That was just I have to find some sort of plans that the gods made about his imprisonment now. So I guess we can make the sword and then that freeze him.
oh, okay, that sounds. Jed, I'm sorry. He just put this on you out of nowhere? I thought you were just gathering daggers, not Cinquedea, which is the
Oh,
blade on your
what?
back.
Ugh.
Bless you. Um, yeah, I'm not thrilled about it either, Chauncey.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can start doing it tonight.
Yeah,
Come
no, I
on,
can't.
I'll cool you down. You can be Little Spoon for a little bit.
Yeah. uh, Jed nuzzles into to a cuddle and feels Chauncey sapping away his body heat.
The benefits of being half dead. You know, are you sure it's safe to just if you're getting visits by your what patron? Is that what you call it? I don't know much about being a warlock. Is it patron? Is
Yeah,
it
yeah, it's patron.
okay?
Yeah.
And I this is the first night in 3 nights that I haven't had a horrible vision by a malevolent deity that destroyed the world.
What's your point?
I mean, I don't know. Is it is us sharing a room always the safest thing to do? What if you had caught the bed on fire? I'm flammable, unlike you.
I mean,
And I don't want to hurt
yeah.
you in my sleep, but
So do you want to bunk with Adrien?
Chauncey just gets dead faced.
Yeah, that's what I
Ouch.
thought. Shut up.
Jed, I don't want to hurt you, okay? I mean, you could hurt
Shh,
me. That's
shh, 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 shh. We're done talking. It's time
oh,
to it's time to sleep and
okay. Okay.
Adrian wants some love.
All right. So everybody's long rest goes by without any more interruption. You are all woken up in the morning with the smell of bacon and pancakes and oatmeal, and of course, the sort of toot toot sound of the teacup coming and bumping against your door, trying to wake you all up. It goes from room to room, happily toot toot, bonk, trying to knock the door open. Um, and you all come out to a well-dressed breakfast table, with plenty of fruits and other breakfast things. You do see Vera and Amethyst are both doing a lot of the cooking. You also notice that Valentina, Jonathan, and Dorothy are not here. They must have sleeping places elsewhere and might be joining later. So, as you all gather round for breakfast, what would you all like to do?
Hmm.
Right. So How far away is this mansion?
Well, it's just up the hill over yonder. It's just far enough outside of town, um, that you don't really hear things from it, but it's close enough to see, you know.
How much
What
of
have
a
what have you all
man?
managed to learn about it so far?
Well, we haven't learned much, mostly because the town hall's burnt down once before, so the blueprints for it are gone. But I mean, it's a pretty old house, so it's probably gone through plenty of renovations. The blueprints might not be that much help anyway.
Well, so then I suppose we just walk up to the front door and ask him if they're for tea.
I mean, going in through the front door ain't the worst idea. I mean, I
Who's the
know
like
what's in there, but
tactician that you hear? Is it probably my brother?
probably more Dorothy. She's the
Where's
one with the.
Dorothy at?
Oh, great.
I don't know. They left for the night.
Sleeping with Jonathan.
Okay, where did they go? Isn't like
I
are there
think
other
they
buildings here?
there. Some of them survived the fire. Um, some of them did. Some of them, most of them survived. Um, they might also just have a straight up camp with tents.
Right.
Sometimes the Knights of O are known for sleeping in tents like that, but you know,
All right. Well,
I have
why
no
don't
idea about
we?
Valentina.
Great. Um,
I'm sure they'll be joining us shortly.
Are you sure you don't need help with anything, Vera? I can. Chauncey's just like, it's weird that he's not on breakfast duty for a change, because that's
Yeah,
typically his shtick.
yeah. Oh no, I'm fine. I have amethyst. I'm great at chopping fruit.
it's a good
Forgot
skill to
about that.
She
have.
sure is.
Sure you are, aren't you, sweetheart?
Somehow she is intelligent enough to be an artificer, but just dumb in every other way.
Love it.
Right. Well, I guess we'll just kick back until everyone else shows up.
And yeah, everybody else eventually arrives. Valentina probably arrives first, kind of comes in through the door. Ugh, I am early. Before she kind of shuffles over to a shadow and sits down, waiting for Jonathan to kind of, as he comes to the door a few minutes later, and Dorothy practically skipping after her. Well, I see we're here. Uh, we should probably start getting to planning as fast as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. So
Well,
what have you guys learned about that? We
Yeah, what do y'all know?
Well, aside from the fact that it burnt down quite a few years ago, but then magically reassembled itself several months ago, um, I think it's mostly magic, and they probably have whatever layout they want in there. Um,
what have they been getting up to from what you've been able to see?
well, lots of gardening, so I wouldn't trust
Oh,
any of the plants there.
okay.
Probably some kind of demon summoning, seeing as how the things are going around. So there might be demons in there, or devils, or other forms of fiends and monsters. Um, and that's probably where they've been doing stuff to the weave, I guess, since magic's been a bit weird around here. Um, it is their like central headquarters, as far as I know. It's where most of them head to roost, so to speak.
All right. Well, how we thinking we'll tackle entry? I guess we could probably send our familiars up first and have them scout around.
I
Yeah.
mean, we could just have the familiars carry some. Chauncey's gonna look over at Vera. I mean, we both worked for Corrigan. We could probably put a few bombs together, and we don't even have to go in the house.
Just
Just want
carpet
to
bomb them.
carpet bomb
I
the
was gonna say,
mansion.
didn't a bomb start this whole thing?
Yeah. They are
Wha-
gunpowder witches.
Yeah.
I don't think being a gunpowder witch necessarily makes you immune to explosives.
They're gun-proof, don't you know?
This is true.
But they're
Well, yes,
not
there's a difference
guns.
between a gun and a bazooka.
It's not very effective.
They might
We
be
can always
gun-proof, but they're not
instead
bazooka-proof.
instead we could do Molotov cocktails.
Faux pas can be sneaky-ish.
I also have to ask, is there anything that you all need to do here? People don't just rock up here and say, we're taking on the gunpowder witches. Is there something y'all need to accomplish?
Is there something we need to accomplish?
I love how
We're
everyone's
here for
forgotten.
Adrien.
Yeah,
I know
Yeah, I
about
was-
the page and that they have it.
I feel
I
like
mean-
this is something they very much don't need to know about, though.
Yeah.
If a page from an ancient magical text, I think it can survive a little explosion.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
indestructible at this point. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's magically indestructible.
yeah,
How much of the
magical
mansion's
items,
magically indestructible, though?
that could be a problem.
Also a good point.
We could always do detect magic.
We
I'm
were
gonna-
promised a sum of money to come help by the
Roll a deception check.
what's the God,
Good
what's
job.
the what are the vampire people called? The
Night Riders.
The Night Riders are
Here we
contracting
go.
us.
Isn't there a Knight Rider here?
There literally is a Knight Rider
There is
here.
a Night Rider here.
Which one is a Night Rider?
Your brother.
Valentina.
Bound. Well, she doesn't know what we're up to.
It's not like she knows all the
Yeah,
Knight
she doesn't know
Riders.
all the Night Riders.
Help action.
Hell yeah.
I'll back up his
Deception.
story.
Chauncey's brother.
Mhm.
All right. Well, it's already super good, and I'll roll with it. I got one better, so
There
that's
we
a
go.
28.
Good Lord. Yeah, Valentina's not beating that. Oh. And Valentina just kind of from the shadows. I did not know that they started giving out contracts for money. Interesting.
What
Must
does
be a
Jed's
new
brother's
development.
face look like to this moment right now?
Question.
Uh-huh.
Are we still level 10?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So, it isn't as much as I would love to say we're here out of the goodness of our hearts. We will be rewarded for our efforts.
All right. Well, I guess. Well, all right. What resources do we all have? Because it's great that we were planning for explosives, but do we have the means of making them?
Chauncey?
If we don't like explosions, I'm just going to spitball here for a moment. I mean, Vera's has a design for a weather balloon, and she has those little sprinkler things. I'm thinking acid rain. Like sulfuric acid rain.
Purple
Right.
rain.
Chauncey, is
Purple.
there answer that's not a war crime?
What's a war crime?
The
Are
Geneva
there-
Convention
Been doing
doesn't
it for the past few
exist.
sessions.
Also, maybe something that we could make happen, like say maybe today would be good.
Yeah, but the time crunch.
We are a bit on a time crunch.
Ye of little faith.
You want to make a whole hot air balloon and,
My
and
lunch?
some sort of dispensing device that dispenses acid rain.
My lunch.
We are already halfway there. I do have a dirigible outside of town, but
Of course
it's
you
not
do.
fitted. But it's not fitted for raining things down.
Oh,
It's
Vera,
fitted
you
for
and
travel.
me, you and me together again? Come on.
Wait, you
I
actually
believe in us.
that dirigible, is that the same dirigible from the blueprints that the works
Yes,
in
I
the
would say
streets.
you
Oh
would.
my god.
Yeah.
I want that dirigible.
Why?
Who needs a dragon?
Because it's so cool.
You can already fly.
Yeah, but we can fly in a
Also
giant
true.
balloon that can blow up.
I love that that's part of the appeal.
Technological advances are so much less cool in
We
a
can-
society that has magic.
We can literally crash it into a building and just watch it explode.
That could be our strategy. Is we just fucking
Yeah, basically.
full on
Hindenburg into
Hindenburg
the.
So acid
attach
rain
to you?
bad, crashing a dirigible into the
How
building. Good.
attached to this dirigible are
Y'all
you?
have no creativity, honestly.
You can say that again.
Thank you, Lyla.
Anytime.
Okay, well, why don't we think of I think maybe more achievable goals would be good.
I could always summon a fire elemental and have it go inside and just explode all the gunpowder.
Perhaps maybe a bit of scouting. No?
Yeah, I think step one is
Yeah.
do
It
some
would be good.
spying.
To know what we're working with enemy-wise. Do we know how many gunpowder witches there are, by chance?
It's hard to tell with all them coming and going. It's a central headquarters, so I'm sure ones arrive that aren't staying.
And they definitely have like magical enchantments and protections and minions and
Yes. It's also possible that things in there might be immune to acid or fire, and they would come after us if we had no backup plan, plan B, or anything else.
I vote for
So-
like backdoor stealth mission, honestly. We should just,
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of us can be invisible.
A lot of us can send our pets.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do none of that, actually.
I can invisible
We
you.
can
It's
make
fine.
you invisible.
Yeah, it's fine.
I literally cannot cast invisibility without making at least two people invisible.
Fair.
Chauncey's gonna
I
look
love
over
that.
at like the Jonathan and what Dorothy and like the church crew, and he's like, "So what are you bringing to the table exactly?"
What's the church outland?
Well, obviously, we're bringing the Light of O, holy weapons.
Thoughts and prayers, of course.
Well,
Jed
sometimes
definitely
they
chuckles
do
at that.
And divine smites and spells. We have plenty of
Right.
those, and long swords.
There we go.
We did not come armed with only scripture.
Forgive my underappreciative friends. I'm sure they're just eager to get this over with.
As I'm sure we all are.
All right, so barring some sort of contraption that Chauncey might want to make, the strategy is send in the drones and then approach invisibly from the back.
Yep.
Sounds like a decent enough plan to me.
I do have, and you see Vera gets up and kind of pulls a box out of the pantry and slides it over and opens it up. I'm not sure if these will do anything useful. I haven't really looked at them since poor Cece died. But I have a whole box of potions here. And she starts pulling up like very obviously potion bottles of liquid.
Did we know who Cece was?
I don't remember who
No.
CC
Tell
is.
us.
I know. Not in my notes.
Do you remember who looked at the portraits on the wall in Clocktick Industries shop in Coyote Cliffs?
Oh, I mean, I think
Jed
we all.
and no, I didn't. It was
No, actually,
was-
I didn't.
yeah, it was Jed. I think it was just Jed and Chauncey, maybe.
Mhm.
Did I look?
Wait, do I know
I
who
don't remember.
Cece is?
Anyway, Lila's just gonna ask.
I think you were looking at things on the wall, so I think you would. Cece was one of the workers that was at Clocktick Industries. It had the pictures up on the wall. It had Claude, it had Amethyst, it had Vera, and then it had another woman, Cece. She appeared to be another sort of leopard person. However, her picture had two dates underneath of it, which is presumably a birth date and a death date that she had died. She also was very clearly the mother of Pistachio and Barbara.
Oh.
R.I.P. CC.
Didn't you give Pistachio a sword or something?
I gave him a toy sword made out of wood.
Which he immediately turned and hit his sister with.
Mhm.
Horse.
I gave him trauma.
Yeah.
I'm not real.
I do remember that, yes.
Bellium. I miss Bellium. Can you become a permanent party member?
My God. All right. Well, if anyone has any way of identifying these potions, we might be able to figure out a plan.
Is this Arcana?
I'll cast Identify
was gonna-
ritually.
I was gonna say, like,
I guess
half of us
two of you
just identify ritually.
Yeah, I just like
Cool.
clear off a tabletop and I'm just like drawing with my chalk, like there you go.
Meanwhile, Chauncey's just adjusting his goggles of way too many fucking. Looks like he's at the optometrist because that's how he ritually
just give
casts
the
it.
nerds a second, they'll sort it out.
So she pulls out 22 bottles in
Jesus.
total, laying them on the table.
Where did you get 22 mystery? CC.
Cece, that was Cece's job
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah,
was making
Cece was an
potions.
alchemist, and she did a lot of experiments, so
Gotcha.
who knows? So you
Could have been
do-
cool if she labeled these. Just a thought.
Don't speak
I'm
ill of the
not
dead,
sure.
Chauncey.
I mean,
Do you label your own possessions? Because I don't, because I know what they are.
They are labeled and they say drink me.
some of these are like actual potion bottles that she bought because they were like very pretty bottles, and she's like, oh, a potion should go in those. Others are like a wine bottle with the label half ripped off, and it's like, oh, we were cheap today.
I love that.
So,
Basically modern day Wiccas.
Yep.
all right. So I will have to type these all out because
Oh,
there's
boy.
a lot of them, and I did not type them up. So you find there is a potion of hill giant strength.
Oh. That's going to Chauncey.
Chauncey.
3 potions of fire breath.
That's going to Jed.
To Cinnamon.
1 potion of clairvoyance.
I can get that.
2 potions of diminution.
Interesting.
Why did you change that to domination? Okay.
Ooh.
1 potion of growth.
Oh, that reminds me.
Domination and growth. Okay.
Diminution. 5 regular healing potions.
Okay.
So those are the 2d4 plus 2.
Waiting for
One
this.
for each of us.
I was gonna say we should all just grab one of those.
I'm
3
really kind of.
greater healing potions.
Yeah, I'll wait for the list.
And 1 superior healing potion.
Yeah.
Who that should go to the squishiest.
Superiors are expensive.
Just
Hmm.
probably one of the wizards.
Who of
It's
us
me.
can't actually heal?
So I can already heal in several ways.
I was gonna.
I
Chauncey
can
has.
heal.
I can't.
Chauncey can heal. We could give some to the familiars in case we go down.
Just casually carrying them in their claws.
There are also 5 NPCs that you could give them to.
Who cares about that?
Right? Duh.
So 1 potion of water breathing,
Interesting.
1 potion of psionic fortitude, and 1 potion of watchful rest.
Interesting.
Okay. I feel like that should go to Jed just in case.
I forgot there are also 2 potions of advantage.
Oh, I will take one of those.
So, potion of advantage only gives you advantage on 1 roll, and it must be done within an hour. Because you all don't really drink potions all that often, I am going to say I am, due to not only the place that you are going, but also the rules of the universe, I will be using the potion miscibility table. So if you all start just guzzling potions, things might happen. Just so that you know. And you all, as just general people who are in a high magic society, would know you should probably wait until the potion effects run out before chugging another one, unless you absolutely want to risk it for a biscuit.
Don't mix drugs. Got it.
Basically, yes, don't mix drugs.
Don't drink when you're on G, all right.
Ooh.
You want a potion, kid?
No.
Want to make bad choices and forget your entire night?
Isn't that just alcohol?
Yeah. But these are worse.
Will totally
you could explode.
So I took.
Do very much want to give potions of fire breathing to Cinnamon.
Okay. One potion of healing to everyone, right? That's how we're doing that.
I'll take
So
one
I took
of
a
those.
potion of clairvoyance and a potion of advantage.
So the potion of clairvoyance is off the table, and one of the advantages is off the table.
One of the advantages is off the table, yes.
I'm really into the diminution potion.
What does that mean?
It shrinks.
It's the shrinking potion.
Sorry?
It's a shrinking potion.
Oh, shrinking potion.
So basically, instead of a single enlarge reduce potion, it is a potion that makes you shrink and a potion that makes you grow, Alice in Wonderland style.
Oh god, imagine if Lyla turned into Aiden and shrank.
I could be tiny if I wanted to. Actually, I think no, technically it only reduces your creature size by 1.
By 1.
It only reduces your creature size by 1.
Adrien, you should take the superior healing potion.
Right.
Okay.
And then me, Lyla, Jed could take the graders.
Sure. I'm cool with that.
Fuck you, Chauncey. None for you.
Well, I Chauncey has the most hit points.
Sorry, Chauncey.
Chauncey has the most hit
We
points.
funnel support into you.
Do ya? Also, I can literally heal while I hit people, so it's fine.
My best healing spell steals health from myself and gives it to other people. So
the superior healing in the inventory filter.
The potion of Hill Giant Strength is Chauncey for sure, right?
I mean, I don't actually
Chauncey attacks
need
with
it.
intelligence.
I attack with my intelligence.
I think potion of growth can help you then. We can give the Hill Giant Strength to Jonathan.
Yeah, I guess none of us really use our strength.
No. Shockingly, no one does.
Chauncey, you want one potion?
Aside from Chauncey.
Chauncey uses his intelligence.
Chauncey does it. Chauncey attacks with his intelligence.
Yeah, Chauncey, take the potion of growth.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take a potion.
Jonathan will take the Hill Giant Strength. Then.
Yeah. The growth is an enlarge on yourself, so...
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jed, how many of the fire breath potions do you want?
All of them.
Okay. All three to Jed. The clairvoyance is going to Adrien, right?
Yep.
Could I have the other advantage potion? Question mark.
Sure, I don't want it.
I was gonna say, like, when I crit, I can deal fucking 100 damage. So
go for it.
I will say it is only 1 advantage per dose, and it lasts an hour.
Oh, okay.
But once you use up your 1 advantage, then the potion effect ends.
Okay.
Cool.
So save it for a special day.
Wasn't there like a water breathing or something?
There was water breathing.
Who wants that?
2 of us. I was gonna say 2 of us don't need to breathe. So
which of the 3 of us want water breathing?
I have a cloak of the manta ray.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
Can't
forgot
do.
you
Shaw
do.
cast water breathing?
I can put water breathing on all of us, but I don't know why.
Jedidiah will take the potion of water breathing.
I'm like,
He's the
I don't
only
know
person with
why.
no way to breathe in water.
I could also just polymorph into like a fish or something. I don't know,
Oh, yeah,
shark.
you can.
Yeah.
But that's
The
only if you
psionic.
need to. You don't know how useful these potions are going to be.
Chauncey, I want you to take the psionic fortitude one
You really probably should.
because
Yeah.
it's against it saves you if you get charmed.
Yeah.
It's for helping against charming.
Oh, okay.
And frightened, I
Babe, it's
think.
not that we think you're dumb. It's just
It's just if you get charmed, we're screwed. You can literally murder all of us without trying. So
Oh, don't.
Although we are happy that you don't have the gun anymore.
I mean, the hammer
No.
does.
he only ever got to shoot one of us.
Oh, too soon.
And it was to give him a new hole.
Shawthorn.
Who wants the watchful rest? You can't be magically put to sleep.
I feel like Jedidiah.
And you can stay awake for a whole long rest, and it still counts as long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
That's the main benefit of
Yeah.
it. You get to long rest while staying conscious.
Yeah.
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Chauncey, do you have trance? Or
No, because he has a Dhampir stat block instead of a half elf.
Okay,
He does not have trance.
that's why I
Yeah.
asked.
Oh, I'm 100% using this for like non-combat RP later.
Oh, then
Yeah,
take it.
I
You have
already
it.
know. I knew what you were gonna do. I was also gonna think about using it for non-combat RP, but it's okay. It's okay. You do it. You do it.
Like Chauncey, yeah. There's what is it? That old movie. I don't know how she does it with Sarah Jessica Parker. Like Chauncey does it by not sleeping. That's how he makes 50 million things at once.
Yup.
Doll also barely sleeps, but only because he's crazy. It's fine.
No, we can have therapy sessions when we get back to Drake's Ridge.
Very true.
Sleepover.
I get my required 4 hours, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Cece.
And sorry, guys, y'all don't mind if we take all these potions. We did save this one for you, though, Jonathan.
Gee, thanks. He says, taking this potion that kind of looks a little gross. What does it do?
Makes you big and strong.
And he pockets it. Well, I hope you all are paid quite well for needing all those potions, but you know what?
Yeah. Paid real well.
I mean, it would be really fun to have 21 strength for an hour, but like, there's literally no use.
Just be a T-Rex.
I don't think T-Rexes fit inside of mansions, though, is the problem.
True.
They'll make themselves fit in the mission.
Can't they control the space?
I mean, if the mansion's like magically built, but we don't know that. I mean, it could be the mansion could be like an interdimensional space. We don't, you know.
Okay, above game for like 1 second, really quick, and I'm not shitting on anyone's parade because the T-Rex is amazing, but I was thinking about something the other day. When did Shaw see a T-Rex?
Shaw spends all his time at the library reading up on monsters.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
I will allow it.
Shaw was
I
the
was
kid
like,
that checked out the Dragonology book
Yeah.
already.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was all of us.
Of course it was. The one with the little gemstone on the cover.
Literally, anyone who plays D&D has done way too much as a child research into random
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I
Dragonology.
moved too much as a kid and had no
Egyptian
friends.
All the books in my house were literally the Encyclopedia Britannica and then Atlases of the World. So that's what I had to work off of as a child.
Yep,
I
I,
just
was
love
also
how, like-
encyclopedias of animals.
Like, as characters, I just realized not a single one of us reacted to whatever the fuck this thing was that we've never seen before. We're all just like, yeah, fucking
A
get it.
T-Rex.
Like,
I mean, we
Well
were being attacked by a giant
To be
fire
honest,
thing.
I think you all would be more familiar with dragons. And
Mm.
so to you all seeing this thing, it's like, oh, it's a derpy, stupid looking dragon.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a dumb land dragon.
Fucking
Yeah,
big
that's-
dragon that can't
Little
fly.
arms.
Three of us spent like a giant chunk of our in-character lives in various forms of library as well.
Basically.
So
The only
yeah,
one who probably wouldn't know what he was
Fucking
doing
nerds.
was
well, Lyla,
Adrien is an
Lyla-
I
archaeologist.
did the normal thing, pretending to be a clergy member to infiltrate the deep state church.
So I can blow up his fucking
infiltrate
town.
the deep state that doesn't exist.
The government is coming for us.
Oh
A
god.
theocracy run by the church.
I'm the normal one.
well,
Oh my
forgive
God.
me.
Is
Lyla wasn't
Jed
doing
wait,
much
that means
reading.
Jed is the jock of the party.
I am
Yes,
the drunk
he
of the
is.
party.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm the cheerleader.
You are the cheerleader.
Oh
you're
no.
you're literally
And-
the cheerleader.
And even better, he's a hot older brother.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I'm
Wait,
I'm
did
the
this just
emo
become the
younger
Breakfast
brother
Club?
with like the hot jock goal.
I have every intention of joining the family.
Oh my god.
How you for it?
You too.
All right. So I guess
Um,
we've decided that we're sneaking in through the back afterwards, or at least trying to.
That's the
Nope.
plan.
Completely nonchalantly, Chauncey sipping is like, I mean, most of us are used to back doors at this point.
Thank you. God, I thought
Some
nobody
more
was
than
going to
others.
touch
God.
that.
I'm not sure that was intentionally an innuendo, Lyla.
Oh,
You see everyone in the room
16.
except Amethyst kind of, and then Amethyst twirling her hair. I don't get it.
That's what I thought.
I'm sure you
They're
don't.
all straight.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh.
Ugh.
Wait, is everyone in this room straight? Wait, hold on. Hold a second.
Dude, Lyla doesn't even have a gender, so like,
I know Lyla.
Lyla is inherently queer.
Yeah,
I mean-
Right.
hold on,
It's
I know
built
Lyla
in.
does what Lyla does.
Chauncey
I'm more
just
worried
gets
about the new party members.
Chauncey gets very serious for a moment. He's like, I would have been doing it very wrong at this point if I was.
yeah.
All right. Should we march on forward?
Well, I could use a bit of fresh air. I don't know about anybody else.
I
I thought we were supposed to be waiting until nightfall.
Yeah, and also
Is
the
that what we were
house
doing?
is like taking us, right?
My comment still stands.
I could make I should probably keep track of my familiar's name.
Chrysanthus.
Chrysanthus, I can make him into a serpent, and he can use thermal sight, sort of like infrared.
Okay, that's kind of neat, actually.
Go for it.
I am against the idea of taking this house there because it's not exactly. It's a walking
Very
workshop. It's not in.
inconspicuous, yeah.
Thanks,
No,
Jetty.
that's smart.
It's yeah.
That's fair.
We're supposed to be smarter than that.
So we'll be hoofing it, I
I
guess.
think so.
How
Or
far?
flying or
How
sneaking.
far is the hoofing? How far is the hoofing gonna be?
Just over
Oh.
the hill, right?
Come now, Shaw.
It's just a little
A
cardio.
little stroll.
Okay.
It's good for your heart.
If we're taking it slow, it might be maybe half an hour's walk from here.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Oh, dang.
Not the
Okay.
worst, but it also is a bit of a hike.
Appreciate neighbors to have.
It was a
Alright.
farmhouse, so there used to be farmland around it, so it kind of needed to be far away from town.
We want to wait for nightfall. Is that the plan?
That's probably the best idea. That's when most of them leave to go do their things over the cover of night.
Should we? I mean,
Do we want to do it when they're not there, though?
Oh, I always want to do it, but you know.
oh, Lyla.
Breaking and then
Let's wait now then.
But I mean, do we really want to just? On one hand, I admit it would be safer, but that just leaves the problem of there's a bunch of gunpowder witches without a house now.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be better if we just, went while they're home and
killed them.
And well, also this is all presuming that they're going to be home this evening.
And
If
not
that
at home.
is even there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The whole point is we don't want them to be home.
I feel like we
But we
should
do
leave
want
at
them to
least
be home.
one alive.
I will say, since you all have forgotten, the Night Riders promised that they would help you find the page if you all captured one of the witches alive to interrogate
Yes.
them, because they
All
also
right.
needed a witch alive because they're
Cool.
trying to root out the Red Claw, which has been working with the Gunpowder Witches.
So, in Shaw's defense, no one told Shaw this.
Yeah, no one told Shaw this, so Shaw, you didn't know. Everyone else, you should have wrote notes down about it. This was an important part of the plan.
I'm just saying it feels if we wait for them to leave at nightfall, it's just they lose their house and there's a bunch of displaced angry witches.
So
that
we
feels
can
worse to me.
we could wait for them to leave at nightfall. Then we could clear the house out and then wait for them to come home.
And then commit the murders?
All except one.
All except one.
All
We
except
need
I'm-
one of them alive.
Chauncey's gonna like reach over and pat Dorothy. I mean, church sanctioned
Execution.
execution?
Your charm never fails you,
That
Chauncey.
is what it's called through the church. You are correct.
Absolutely.
Dorothy
Never.
just kind of looks at you. I mean, church sanctioned execution or not, it's still a murder.
Okay. Well,
What about murders that the church commits to other people, though?
maybe we could just stop saying murder. I don't know. That
Well,
might also
Well, they get forgiven, Chauncey.
Gently putting them to sleep.
You just say you're sorry for it, and then the church is like, "Oh, that's okay. You're good."
be okay.
There's nuance.
Yeah.
I'm
Dorothy says,
real
clearly
sorry.
uncomfortable.
I'm really sorry about the last few weeks, everybody.
So are we going now or tonight?
How do y'all feel about it? Looking at Dorothy and John and Vera and Amethyst.
Let's not look at Amethyst for this.
Uh,
Amethyst's vote don't matter.
Amethyst vote matters the most to me.
I
Well.
still say we go at Nat. Means there's less witches, more likely to capture one of them.
And perhaps we don't need to get in a battle with all of the gunpowder witches. I mean, maybe just securing one for now is enough.
Yes.
That's fair. Okay.
She
And
could
it's
probably
possible that if we
information on the
find
rest of
whatever
it.
thing they're doing in there and mess with it enough, they might leave to try again somewhere else. The house is compromised that they can't all return.
So wait, who's saying that? Is it
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Oh, okay. Since it's Dorothy and not Vera, Chauncey's like, yes, let's put our problems on someone else down the line. That sounds like a great plan.
No. That was her point. Was that if we did that, that's what would happen.
Thank you.
She's saying to avoid that.
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like she's saying that that's exactly what we're doing, though.
Am I reading that wrong?
I think you are, darling.
So you in fact would like to displace all of these angry, hateful magic wielders off to some other village of unsuspecting citizens.
Well,
Is
they've
what-
clearly built quite a bit of power here. If we disrupt it, they have to start over, which makes them easier to track down. They don't have all their networks. It's been unraveled.
How exactly would tracking down a new facility be easier than an established one?
Are you
I just-
committing
that
to
matters.
tracking them down after this?
I think all of us might be a little ahead of ourselves here. It seems like there's probably a lot of these witches, and the odds that we kill each and every single one of them
That
seems
is
kind of
what
low.
I'm saying.
I
I
will
feel
say
like
there's
Chauncey,
probably
anything's
more on other
possible.
plates as it is. Maybe not in as large a number as they are here in Amarillo, but they're out there. It's not like they're just going to disappear.
Mm.
This is a major
So-
stronghold, and it's the one for Amarillo, but it might not be that for Ponderosa Prime or
Mm.
Gold
All I'm
Rush or
trying to
Big
say
Sky or
is-
any of them that they might be on.
perhaps maybe some precision here is the name of the game rather than all out confrontation. I don't know if we maybe draw one of these witches out.
Mm. What if we
Just
just
spitballing here, since we've got nothing else to do other than eat.
Jed, what did that contract say exactly? What exactly do we have to do for that money?
I believe that it was just to capture one of the witches.
Oh,
Oh. Well, if that's all we need to do.
such a troublemaker, never remembering the details.
Lyla here on this one. We just have to capture one then.
Well, I think, even though I did say we are not here to be good Samaritans, maybe we can be
Okay, Samaritans.
okay, all right, Samaritans, and fulfill our contract while still helping look at the desiccated town in front of me.
Out the window, it's just like all the burnt down buildings.
Yeah.
I still insist that we'll be better poised to assist these townfolk after we've extracted a little bit of information from one of their compatriots. No?
It's not a bad idea. Do you, how would you suppose we do that?
I mean, my darling, I'm me. I can just walk up and ask her to come with us. But, I don't know what the rest of y'all are going to do.
I'm good waiting for tonight.
Perhaps a diversion, distraction, something to extract a small number of them from their abode.
And you are so distracting, Lyla.
Don't I know it, babe?
So, you want to lure a bunch of them out, and the rest of us go in at the same time?
Small cadre, just a few. What do we think is something that might upset just a handful of gunpowder witches, or maybe make them curious? I don't know.
I heard they
Instantly
really like their garden. We could probably just burn that down.
Well,
I like that thinking.
Instantly, what came to mind was just a hippie with a no gun sign.
Oh God. I think they might be a little bit beyond caring about peaceful
About
protest.
protest.
Their language seems to be more about fire and blood.
they seem to like eating familiars, so I mean
Oh,
he
my
just looks
Absolutely
at
not. Absolutely
Don't
not.
let them into my chest.
Yeah, same. Like, don't look at Papa. How
He's
dare
like
you?
squirming.
I didn't say anything. I only meant to maybe imply, but
Wish I had a spray bottle right now.
Chauncey, I'm beginning to wonder if your experiences with, well, my friend might have altered you in some way.
me?
Oh, yes. You just so feisty these days, aren't we?
I think we've all been through a lot, Lyla. Everyone changes.
All right, so wait for nightfall, and then go attack their plants.
I suppose so. I mean, while we wait for
That'd be a better
nightfall,
plan.
we can at least. Chauncey's gonna get up and like, anyone want to help me maybe rebuild a building?
My strength
Which-
is 0.
Hold on. Hold on. Well, I could probably do like 1 or 2, maybe. Let me prepare my spells for the day. God.
I love that that's what you want, babe. No. I'm good. You can have I'll make an unseen servant for you. Then he can go help.
Oh.
I'm sorry, perhaps I missed it. Which building are you attempting to restore here?
Maybe we just clean up and find maybe just like bury a few bodies, clean up. But I really just
Their
want.
bodies?
I mean, I assume people died last night, considering how many buildings are burned down.
Did anyone die last night? Chauncey asks the church folk.
There were a few casualties.
Of course.
And
We
we're
can
just casually having tea.
I can't help but wonder, actually. Sorry, not to make light of the person's deaths, but what's happened to the feasting pig's corpse?
To Ash.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It'll
just a
return
pile
one of
of
these
forks
days.
now.
Oh, yes, it turned into a pile of forks. Okay. Lila's
It'll
not happy.
return one of these days sometime. You can't ever really kill it. No one's figured out why. It just keeps coming back.
That's
Hmm.
one of those.
Anybody ever tried melting down all them forks?
Well, mostly turns to ash and doesn't leave very many forks behind, but it certainly does. But I assume they're just regular copper forks.
Hmm. Fair enough.
All right.
So at this point, I feel like the planning has been done. You all are sneaking in the back, I'm assuming, and fiddling with their garden. Um,
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
so at this point, we can just make some broad mission statements about what everybody's doing until nightfall and then skip straight to nightfall. So what is everybody doing during the day?
Um,
Um,
I think Jed's gonna talk to
enjoying
his
them.
brother.
Oh my.
All right.
He'll awkwardly sidle up to him. He's probably like, I don't know, like doing like the sharpening of of his sword or something.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
like,
with like a whetstone just
so I found Caleb.
where'd you find him?
Well, he never left. He's still in Drake's Ridge.
At this point, he kind of sets down his sword. As long as he's safe.
He he's safe enough. They've churches poisoned his mind. He really hates us.
I honestly don't know how I that's a future problem at this point. And continues sharpening his sword.
That that's it. End of discussion.
I'm not sure what else we can do. He was separated from us practically when he was a baby. I'm not sure he knows any other family, and I'm not sure he'd want to be part of our family if we did get him back.
We have to try.
Would that do more harm than good?
How could it possibly do more? He's living with that horrible man who ruined our family.
What do you what do you suppose we do? Kill Father Hale?
Jed just kind of looks at him.
There it
He
is.
probably idolizes him. That's only going to make it worse.
He doesn't know any better, and I've tried talking to him. He's tough not to crack.
There's one thing that I learned about people is you can't go around smashing them and expecting them to be on your side at the end of the day. It takes time, it takes a while, and sometimes you can ruin it for the rest of your life.
Jed looks kind of surprised. Can I roll like insight on Jonathan and see
Sure,
if
roll
he's
it.
like feels like he's done something like that before? Insight. Okay, that's a unnatural 20.
Yeah, it's clear he's done a bit of thinking about his past actions, maybe his past beliefs. It's clear that he's still struggling with them. Um, and he's not sure how to reconcile what he's learned before to now and his experiences being out as a Knight of O, seeing the populace and seeing all of, you know, he's still reconciling his feelings about things. There's probably still some anger towards you that he's trying to find ways to mitigate or displace or other things like that. But it's clear that there has been at least some progress.
Right. Um, well, I'll let you get back to your sword and I'll start walking away.
And you hear him take the wet blade and continue sharpening his sword. All right, so what is everybody else doing?
I'm just gonna hang out with Amethyst all day.
God.
She
All
she
right.
amazes me.
You know what? She probably sees you like sitting near her and having a potter's wheel maybe might invite you over. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh God, that's gonna be horrid. Yeah, 7.
Um,
So hard not
y-
to use my important right now.
she tries to teach you how to make a pot, and of course she gets on there and within she just dips her fingers in and whoop, it's a pot now. Kind of speed. At one point, she actually stops the potter's wheel and just has you make a pinch pot
Oh
real
no.
slow, and it's not great. And she kind of has this moment of looking at it, her beautiful pot with like a spout and a handle on it, and your like kindergartner pinch pot, and goes,
Can I can I like mold earth on his pinch pot and try to make it like a really pretty like
um, I guess also give me a
Perfect.
sleight of hand check
all
as you try
right.
and mold it. Because it's a lot more, it requires a lot more accuracy than just displacing Earth.
That is an 18.
All
Hell yeah.
right. It does kind of shift and form as you cast this. When
I
are you
want
casting this spell?
what was that?
When are you casting this
After
spell?
he's finished his pinch pot already, and I'm like, oh buddy. And I just kind of
Yeah,
like
you
peek out
watch
from around the
as
corner,
Amethyst
and
kind of
you
stares
watch
at
as
this
your pinch
pinch
pot
pot.
just like just like all the dents like
Just
even
like,
out and
wow.
like
I'm way better at this than I thought I was.
I'm gonna say Amethyst totally does see the before, and she goes, "You tried." And then you see the pot change. She kind of looks up and looks around. Oh my God. How did you do that?
No.
She's not the
Oh my
smartest.
God, she's the
Oh,
dumbest
she's
smart person
easy.
I've ever met.
Screaming.
I love her so much.
I'm
Oh my
I don't. I'm
goodness.
not really a hands guy. I'm more of a brain guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
As you
yeah.
have apparently
I like that
duped
you're
her.
both. You know.
Oh my God, totally. Oh, she is the Ludla of this campaign.
I am in physical pain. Yep.
Anybody else have something pressing that they want to do?
Uh, no. I mean, Lila was probably pretty serious about that stroll. Like, I don't know. Maybe perhaps if Dorothy would like to have a little promenade. She seemed like more of the lady type.
The
Yeah,
lady
Yeah, she had like a pretty dress and like, you know what I mean? Like she
she
was
is
a
a
lady
girl.
lady.
lady type. She seems
Yeah.
the lady
It's like a
type.
Pokemon. She's a lady type.
She's the
Okay.
lady
Lady
type.
type, super
You know what I
effective.
mean? Like
Against male types.
Valentina is not a lady. Like,
At first, I thought you were like, "Oh, she seems like a lesbian."
no.
I was honestly, I've been thinking this whole time. That's why I asked earlier. I was like, is everyone in this room straight? Because I honestly, I'm like,
I
Dorothy has to be a
mean,
lesbian, right?
I'm not gonna lie, like if she wants to see what it's like downtown,
I mean, they did.
I'm not gonna
I mean,
stop
once
her.
upon a time, the show did make Dorothy a lesbian. So I can see it.
I'd be okay with
Also
it.
the Oz books are just kind of queer as it is, so not surprised.
Yeah,
But yeah, Dorothy takes you up on that offer. And you can just have some like idle chit chat unless there's like absolutely something that you want to talk to her about.
nothing in particular. Just just
Okay.
polite talk.
Yeah, so you go around the town with her walking. Um you find as she's talking, she has a kind of similar experience of the childhood home being destroyed.
Mm.
Um and she does reveal a little bit. It was a fairy of some kind that gave her these silver shoes.
Oh.
And she finally does answer the question, the shoes keep her feet clean.
Ah,
Um, they are just that magically enchanted. So,
super
yes, she
jealous
cannot
of
take them
myself.
off, but also when she finally does take them off, her feet will be squeaky clean. Um,
Beautiful.
so yeah, that's what you find out about Dorothy.
Love that.
Um, are you all set?
Oh, good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Adrian is in his room using his magical wizarding special quill to write in his textbooks. Um, Adrian Alastor. Adrian
Oh
Alastor.
no.
Adrian Alastor.
All right. And
Okay,
so,
cool. Chauncey's hanging out with Vera, obviously.
of course,
Um, I feel like, I don't know, maybe he corrals her and some of her bots into helping him clean up a little bit of the town. Maybe they take a look at the dirigible. And I just, like, in the middle of, like, the cleanup operation or something, Chauncey's like, I saw your main workshop back in that, what was that other town? Above game, what was the other town's
Coyote's
name?
Cliff.
Coyote's Cliff. I saw it in Coyote's Cliff and the blueprints and the cooking bot you're working on and that the construct that the timekeepers, the guard ones. I mean, Vera, you're prolific.
Well, I have plenty of apprentices and plenty of other helper bots to help me out, of course.
I don't even know where you got the time to. I feels like how we only got out of. Oh God, what is it? Devils? Where were we at again? Oh God,
Thunderhorn Bluff,
Thunderhorn Bluff. It was on the Devil Place, whatever it is.
Devil's Ridge.
Devil's Ridge. Thank you. My brain has ceased functioning at
Actually
certain
remembering
points.
the places in my campaign, surprise, in
Um,
my own homebrew world that I made up.
where did you even get the idea for half of these things?
When you're in the business as long as I've been, things just kind of come to you. As she kind of takes some junk out of her pocket and just some quick hand gestures with them there. You see some blue crackling lights as she forms a little, like, gecko in her hand out of the junk that then slithers around her arm back into her hand before it kind of vanishes. And of course, it kind of helps being a gnome. We kind of have those skills locked in.
I just Chauncey's just like he's like moving a him and Lovey May are like team carrying to move stuff because he doesn't have actual strength, but she does. I don't. I mean, you've done this, and Hortensia was building shields on ships, and even Delmas is back making. I don't. Uh, he just gives like this sigh. He's just like, I don't even know what I've done since we left Thunderhorn Bluff.
Well, I'm sure you've done something. I mean, you have Lovey May right here. She's seems more intelligent than all of my other bots, and she doesn't run on punch cards.
That's and Chauncey's like, oh yeah, you know, do you want to know what she runs on though?
I think I have my guesses on what she runs on.
It's just everyone else seems like they're helping people, and it feels like the only things I've done are hurt people and make a few toys.
Well, sometimes hurting people and toys are really helpful.
I feel like off in the distance he sees Jed like slinking back in to go help with the potter, and he's like, "There's just some people I don't want to hurt anymore, though,
That's
even
true,
when
and
I try not
sometimes
to."
it's hard. But back when I was a little girl, I know my pa was a hunter, and he always told me a story when he was young and his daddy went out hunting. There was a big deer, and it was very old, and it couldn't get it up anymore, if you know what I mean. But it was still incredibly territorial, and it kept attacking all the other young bucks when they tried to get near the doe, and the population began to dwindle. Eventually, my father, well, my grandpappy, had to go out and take care of him, 'cause he wouldn't stop hurting everybody around him. Sometimes these things just have to happen.
In the back of his mind, Chauncey's like, "Did this guy jack off a deer or did he kill it? I don't know."
Sometimes the only way to make sure that people don't hurt other people is by hurting them. You just need to figure out which one's the young bucks that are a little restless and which one's the old buck that's diminishing the entire population. And sometimes that's hard to do, but eventually you'll figure it out.
So the difference is jerk off or kill.
Isn't that
Veer
all?
is an interesting character.
So I've been helping people by hurting people?
Well, as long as you're hurting the right people, I'm sure you have.
Montage in Chauncey's brain of all the various people he's killed since the campaign started. He's like, "Yeah, that guy had it coming." And then like they're at the Sky Giant Palace with the guy crying and Jed unable to kill him. And so I was like, probably shouldn't have killed him. That one I regret a little. Um,
It
but
takes time to figure these things out. We aren't all as knowledgeable of the woods as my grandpappy was.
and he killed that deer, right? That's what you meant by take care
Yes,
of?
he did. He took a shotgun straight to that deer.
Oh. I actually destroyed my gun recently because I shot someone I cared about with it. Hmm.
Well, you're getting better at finding out who to hurt and who not to hurt. It's a learning process.
Do you ever have weird dreams at night?
Not since Thunderhorn Bluff.
Wait, you haven't had any dreams since Thunderhorn Bluff about what happened?
Well, I mean, I've had the trauma dreams, but not like weird dreams, you know?
Oh, potential possession by malevolent entities tied to dreams? That totally didn't happen to me.
And she kind of looks you up and down. Well, I guess destroying your gun was a good first step. It's been known to happen to some artificers. I've been
Oh,
sticking to making toys and helpful things, so I haven't had those dreams, but you're strong. You'll figure out how to fight it.
I killed Corrigan too, by the way. And that's where Chauncey's going to end the scene with her.
Okay. And I'd like to think at that point, you'd all of you just to some degree hear this gnomish voice. echoing across the landscape. By the grace of oh, and birds just fly off into the sunset. And yeah, all right.
Also,
Uh-huh.
Adrien would have turned Chrysanthus into a snake, and he most likely would have Chrysanthus would have been in the garden hunting for field mice.
All right. So I will then skip forward to the evening as you all have made your way along the path. I'm going to say that you are probably maybe 5, 10 minutes away from the actual manor house itself. Um, and you all are, of course, in a group sneaking. If you all would like to make a group stealth check, which means you're going to need to make that for your particular NPCs as well.
That's fun.
Do we have any kind of? Okay, never mind.
Are we invisibility?
Yeah.
Those of us who can invisibility it?
Thank you. So let's see.
Is this the point that we're casting invisibility?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're asking.
Fortune, yeah.
You are 15 minutes away from the house, so if you cast invisibility now, it'll be 45 minutes of invisibility once you get to the house.
Good
Sure.
point.
I mean, I imagine
Can't
once we get,
imagine we're gonna need much time when we're there.
like once we're inside, I don't think we're gonna be invisible for very long. So
Okay. Lyla got a 23, and oh god, I have to get Dorothy.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Shaw got an 18 and Amethyst got a nat 20.
I rolled
Jesus.
I rolled a 2 and a 3 for myself,
Oh no.
Oh
but
god.
it still totals to an 11.
Okay.
And Jonathan, what does he
Dorothy
get? Probably does he have
has
disadvantage on stealth because he's in like plate mail or something?
I think I
Oh.
put him in plate armor.
If he's
You might want to
invisible,
check right next to
disadvantage.
your. Oh,
well, he's
yeah.
invisible though, so that's straight roll.
Well,
Ooh.
how are we cast? I can cast it on 2 people.
I can
Oh,
cast
yeah.
it on one person, and I need to do
So
it
we're
on
all
myself.
invisible.
I can do 4 people.
Oh, hell
Jesus.
yeah.
Oh shit.
How do you-
That covers everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Other than the
Chauncey
various
has
pets.
himself. I can get
Yeah.
myself and Lyla, and then we have.
I can get me, Jonathan, because he definitely needs it.
Yeah.
I got
Amethyst just rolled a nat 20, so Amethyst doesn't need it. So Vera, Dorothy, I guess.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Vera got a dirty 20. Chauncey gets a 16. Plus
I got
Okay, well,
18.
Jonathan got a nat 1.
Oh no.
This
Oh, no.
piece of shade does not deserve my visibility.
With advantage? Don't you get advantage on stealth
Well,
checks
he has
with disability?
He has
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh,
for-
Because of his
so-
plate mail.
Oh, fuck.
I got a 16 and Valentina got a 19.
The Alastor brothers did not do too hot on this one.
Dorothy got a 6.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Lyla got a 23.
I think there's like a lot of similar things happening with Jed and Jonathan. Like we're both like walking the same way and we trip on the same shit. Like
Yeah.
All right. So as
we
you
both
are,
go, oh shit, at the same time.
yeah, clearly displaying that they are in fact siblings to a degree. So as you all are walking along, is anybody making an active perception check, or do we just use passive perceptions?
I mean, my
Um,
passive is 20, so
I would prefer an active.
Yeah, I would also like to be at least keeping an eye out for things that are happening.
And if it is
Okay.
pertinent, Lovey May cannot be surprised. So if something tries to attack us, yeah, she can't be.
All right. All right.
My natural 1 perception check.
Oh, no.
I got an 18.
You got
There
an
you go.
18,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20.
also for the record, actually I double checked the hand axe. Nobody within 30 feet of me can be surprised as long as I'm attuned to it.
Oh, sick.
That's insane.
Well, that's good. So as you all are sneaking along, those of you who rolled particularly high perceptions, so I think that would be Jed, Adrien, Lyla, um, you all notice patrolling this place. There are three figures, sort of feminine in shape, each carrying a broomstick with a wide-brimmed hat with a tall, sort of conical top. And as they're walking along, you see one of them stops and her head turns.
Mm,
Who does not have invisibility?
I think we all
I
have
think
invisibility.
Amethyst doesn't.
No, it's Amethyst and Valentina, maybe? I
Oh,
think.
Lovey May doesn't have invisibility either.
Yeah, so Amethyst.
oh, and the
Valentina.
pets.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
So you said
We always
Amethyst,
ignore
Lovey
the fact
May,
we have
and
like a
who?
bunch of pets with us that
Pokemon.
also can be seen.
I think, I mean,
Sorry, Amethyst, Lovey May, and who?
Valentina.
And Valentina. All right. And no one rolled over a. Oh, actually, let me roll that again. See if I. Nope. Do. So unfortunately, this bitch rolled a 24.
Oh,
You
damn.
hunt.
It's probably Jed's brother falling on his face.
So you watch as this witch points and lets out a high-pitched whistle, and appearing from shadows are three dogs. One goes to Valentina, one goes to Lovey May, and one goes to, oh God, I forgot the third person who didn't have invisibility. I am so
Amethyst.
sorry.
Amethyst.
Amethyst. So there's going to be an attack against each of them.
Fuck,
So
I'm
we'll
gonna
go with
for
Lovey May
her.
first. That's going to be a miss. We'll go with Valentina next. That's going to be a miss. And unfortunately for Amethyst, that is a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Amethyst is screwed. Amethyst
So as
AC
these
is 12,
shadowy dogs
so.
appear, one of them goes for Lovey May and gets a mouthful of porcelain and wood, backing off, not damaging her. Valentina swiftly dodges around the dog, but Amethyst just, oh my God, chomp.
Can I pet that
Oh my
dog?
God, you didn't tell me there were dogs here.
Ew.
So she is going to be taking 11 points of piercing damage and needs to make me a strength saving throw.
That's a 11 on her strength save.
An 11 on her strength save. That is enough. The dog tries to pull her to the ground before the shadows vanish, and you watch as this witch pulls out a rifle and she aims, and I think she's actually going to once again do a shot to each of you. She cracks off 3 shots with her rifle. So first to Lovey May. That's probably going to miss with a 16.
Let me double check her AC real quick. Uh, Battlesmith. And stat block. No, that'll hit. Her AC is only 15.
All right. So where's my D12? That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage to Lovey May. And then against Valentina, that's also going to be a 16. Does a 16 hit Valentina?
Armor class is 16.
So it does hit Valentina. She's going to be taking 11 points of piercing damage. And Amethyst. Jesus Christ, it's another natural 20. So that's going to be.
Is.
Amethyst is dead, y'all.
I know, I'm like,
Oh my
fucking
God.
God damn it, mother fucking
That's going to be
Amethyst.
28 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
Amethyst is struggling. Jesus Christ.
And you hear this witch let off another high-pitched whistle as you see 2 more kind of out of the woods And I need everybody to roll initiative.
That's fun. And true to form, I got a 10.
10 for Adrien,
17 for Shaw.
17 for Shaw,
Why? Why?
Amethyst is doing great. 5 for Amethyst.
5 for Amethyst,
I rolled another nat 1 for Jonathan.
1 for Jonathan.
Well, he is the one probably that got us caught, so.
Um,
Lyla got a 21
Lyla got a 21.
and Dorothy got a 9.
Dorothy got a 9.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I'm starting to
Jed,
think maybe we would have done better if we hadn't brought our friends.
right.
I still need Jed, Chauncey, Valentina, and Vera.
What
Oh.
is the bonus for initiative?
Dexterity. So roll and add her
So,
dexterity.
so
Jed has a 18.
18 for
Or
Jed.
20, actually, 20.
Oh, 20 for Jed.
Valentina has a 7.
Valentina has a 7.
Vera got a 13 and Chauncey got a 27. Thank you, Gift of Alacrity.
Good Lord. So, given the time, I think we're going to do one round of combat. And then the next episode will finish off the battle. Um, just because things. So, first up, Chauncey, there are 3 of these women in the woods. They are not in a straight line, they're kind of spread out. The one that just attacked everybody is up the road, just in the woods. One is to your right, and the other is to your left, and they're about 40 feet away, all of them.
Okay. Um, they're 40 feet away.
Did
Aw,
you say
shucks.
the dogs were not permanent?
The dogs were not permanent, they have
Okay.
vanished.
I will use my bonus action, I think. Well, I want to use my free Misty Step just to. It's probably worth it closing the distance and hitting one of them. Because I can only move. My movement's only 35. If they're 40, that's. Am I close enough to hit them? No.
No.
I don't have a reach weapon. I mean, the yo-yo is a reach. I can yo-yo one. But
You
no,
want to
I
yo-yo
will.
one?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a Misty Step as a bonus action for because I can do that once a day for free because of Shadow Touched.
Right.
And I will just fucking appear behind the one that shot, I guess, whichever one fucked Amethyst up.
Yep.
Or Amethyst.
But I'm
That was
specifically,
brutal.
Chauncey's attacking her from behind just to be that girl.
Okay.
So I'm going to swing away. First attack does a 21 hit.
That will hit.
Do I need to divide out any of my damage?
Mm, No, you do not, because your hammer is magic.
Cool. Okay, so 12, 17, 22 points of damage on the first hit.
All right.
Second attack, that is 13 plus 11 for a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it's less damage. That's only 20 points of damage on that hit.
All right.
But yeah, just bats behind her, and then Chauncey wailing on a witch with a hammer.
All right.
That's all I got though.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I used my bonus action to Misty Step to get close enough to do that.
Okay.
I will have Lovey May. She has 40 feet of movement speed, so she's just gonna fucking dash, not dash, but she's gonna move up and be right next to the two of Chauncey and the witch he's squaring off with.
All
Um,
right.
yeah.
All right. So it looks like next up is one of the witches, followed by Lyla, and then Jed. So this one, yep, she's just going to actually, let me look up real quick. Because I think it's a bonus action to cast this spell. Um, it is seeing this construct going up and seeing her friend get wailed on. Yep. She is going to point and hiss as you see her cloak kind of almost look like a bunch of crow wings flapping together, and you feel a darkness descend on you as she casts Hex.
On
And
me
she's
or
going to
on?
on you, Chauncey. And she is going to pick Strength, not really knowing you, of course. And then she's going to pick up her rifle and she's going to shoot you 3 times.
What a bitch.
So first shot, we'll see if that even works.
Is this the one next to me? Because wouldn't she have disadvantage on the
No,
shot?
this is the one in the woods.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
23.
Shield. My AC is 25.
All right. That one will not hit. And I don't think that one will hit. Yeah, so she cracks 3 shots off as you hear the cawing of crows and you see these bullets land against your shield. And that is the end of her turn. However, you are hexed and she is concentrating on that. So I'll put a little dot there. So now that's the end of her turn. She can't do anything else. So we go to Lyla, followed by Jed.
Okay. Let's go for I don't know, maybe Lyla gets a little bit sassy with it and says something like, "Oh hell no, you wart nosed bitch," or something like that. And we'll call that an unsettling words. Um,
All
and
right.
on the one that shot at Chauncey.
Okay, so
Um,
the one in the woods.
yeah. Yeah, I mean she's within range if she could fire that shot off. And then I will, let me see. I got 60 feet?
How do you have 60 feet of
No, no, no.
movement?
No. I'm saying the thing I want to do is 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's
Right?
well
Do I
within
have 60
range.
feet? Okay, okay, okay. Um, then yeah, I'm gonna unsettling words and then I'm going to vicious mockery. So I'm just gonna keep insulting her. I'm going to tell her that her stupid hat is trashy and it doesn't match the shape of her face. And I don't know who cut her hair, but she needs to be fired. And that dress looks like it was dug out of yesterday's dumpster. We're just going to keep going.
All
I
right,
love
so
the
what
idea
saving
of
throw is it?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
I love the idea of
Wisdom.
Lyla popping out of invisibility just to start insulting these witches.
Does a 15 succeed?
It does not.
Awesome.
So yeah, I don't know why me insulting her is funny to her, but apparently it is. She's gonna take 1d4 psychic damage. And then do. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong spell. Doing Antonious. Here we go.
Oh, you're doing
Yes.
Tasha's?
Yeah. I was reading the wrong spell. We can still insult her, but we'll just say that she thought it was funny. I don't know why.
All right. Does it
So
have anything about creatures being immune to being charmed for no particular
mm,
reason
nope,
in
it
there?
does not.
Oh, okay.
Nope. No, it does not. So yeah, she falls prone. She's laughing hysterically. Yada yada yada. Yeah, and that is me.
All right, so she does not take any damage, but she is
Also, I
prone.
totally lied. That is a 30-foot range. I do have to use all my movement.
All right, so you jog into the woods a little bit to point
Yeah,
and scream at her, and then she
yeah,
falls to the ground laughing.
yeah.
All right. So then we have Jed, followed by it looks like Shaw, then Vera.
Cool. How far away are they?
They're like 40 foot, one directly in front of you that summon dogs, one off to the I'm gonna say the left that shot at Chauncey, and one off to the right that has not acted yet.
Cool. And Chauncey's like hammering one of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to twin spell a guiding bolt at second level.
Ooh.
And I'll do one on the one Chauncey's fighting, and one. Lyla's made one of them prone, right?
One of them is prone.
So I'll do the not prone one
The
because I
not
don't want
prone one. Cool.
disadvantage. And I have advantage because I'm attacking from stealth.
All right.
Okay, so the first attack I rolled is a 16 to hit, but I have advantage. So it's a 19 to hit on
That will
the
hit.
one with Chauncey, and then the second one is a natural 20.
Jesus. Okay.
Cool.
So roll
So
damage.
I'll do the one for Chauncey first,
All right.
which is 28 radiant damage.
Oof. After
And
you blast her with
then,
this bolt, she is not looking too hot.
yeah, and she's got my wispy fire advantage on her. And then the second one
That was a
is,
natural 20.
which was a natural 20, which means 5 times 6 is 30. So that is 50 radiant damage.
50.
Remember, we need one of them alive.
There'll be more witches.
I'm just saying. I don't think it's gonna be one of these three.
And then I'll quicken spell a firebolt on the one that Chauncey is fighting.
So that means you get advantage on that firebolt.
Yeah. Natural 20.
I can see these 30s
So she
pop up
has
in chat,
5
and I'm
hit
just-
points left. I'm assuming you can do more than
I-
5.
I can't not do 5.
Yeah, because you get +5 just from your
Yeah.
pact thing, right? Yeah. So
All right.
So
So-
she's immolated.
As she burns, strangely, the magic seems to warp the smoke so that it looks like dogs running away into the sky as she just, sisters, collapses to the ground.
Weird. And I guess I'll move forward 30 feet.
Cool. All right. So then after Jed, it is Shaw, followed by, oh goodness, Vera.
just like annihilated.
I mean,
That
this
one.
is what, like a 9 or like a 10v3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll just do a basic mind spike on the one on the ground,
Cool.
the one laughing. Wisdom
Whoops.
save.
Wisdom
Does she get
save.
disadvantage on saves, Yofi? Or
No, she can. So she can save at the. She can save it. She can't do anything. She literally can't
Oh.
do anything except laugh
nice,
until at the end of her turn she can save, or if she takes damage she can save.
nice.
All right, so she got a 15 on that save.
She failed, so she will take. Oh, that could have been better. 12 psychic damage.
12 psychic damage. And then she gets to make a save out of the laughter.
And save.
Whiz save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's even worse. That's only a 10, so she is still somehow laughing.
Ha 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 ha. But wait, you didn't even hear the punchline yet, bitch.
Are we like standing in the road?
Yeah,
Like,
you are in the middle of the road.
I'm just gonna like back up into the brush.
All right. So then, after Shaw, it is Vera. It's
Okay.
Vera, then Adrien.
Okay.
I know Vera has a gigantic stat block, and I am sorry about that.
It's fine. I'm going to have Vera move. So these are like 40 feet away from the party, right?
Yes, they're all about 40 feet.
She's going to move about 20-ish feet forward before she pulls out a crossbow from her back and shoots the one that's still glittering from Jed's guiding bolts. She has advantage.
All right, the first one will have advantage. I think if she has a second attack, then she
She
will not
doesn't
have
have a
advantage on
second
it. Okay,
attack.
so it's just
No.
one shot. All right.
Vera gets a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and she'll deal 7 points of piercing damage on the hit.
All right.
And she's gonna use a bonus action to make a fucking a master tinker thing. She's gonna reach in and ruffle around a bag, and like there's sparks and weirdness, and her little goggles flicker for a second before she throws a wind up set of teeth at this witch that just open up and try to clamp onto her neck because she's gonna use her bonus action to throw clattering teeth at her.
Cool.
So because she's within 20 feet of her, she can just throw it directly on the witch.
Awesome.
And
Oh yeah, it has to make an attack roll.
it gets 17 plus her spell attack modifier, which presumably is
That will hit.
enough to hit. Yeah. That's a 26. She's only going to take a d4 damage from it, though. She's
True.
going to take 1 whole point of damage from these teeth biting her.
Jesus.
Go,
Okay.
Vera! Yay!
Well, any damage is good damage. So then we have Adrien.
Yes. So I am going to go to the one that isn't dead and cast Witch Bolt.
Which one? There's the one that's on the ground laughing.
Yeah, the
To
one
the
that's
left of the
on the
road.
ground.
Okay.
The one that's on the ground laughing.
All right.
Your attack will have disadvantage, will it not?
It will,
She's prone?
because
Well,
she's
he's attacking
prone.
from stealth,
Yeah.
so it is normal.
Oh,
Oh,
so it
that's-
cancels out.
that's
Okay.
true.
So
Yeah,
yeah, you're just a straight roll.
Okay, cool. Cast. That is going to be, thank you so much, 26.
That will hit.
Damn.
Witch Bolt.
Roll that
Uh,
damage.
That is going to be 25 damage.
Jesus.
Fry, bitch.
All right.
Jesus. I'll have another whiz save.
Oh yeah. She is not doing well against this spell. She's still in it. So,
Fried, cooked, still laughing.
yes. All right. Let me see. Oof. So you watch, because it's now the third witch's turn. The third witch looks Vera up and down for a moment before her eyes glow, and you hear this sort of whoo, whoo of an owl before she spreads her cape and snaps it. And it just poof,
Oh,
explosion of feathers, and she appears right in front of Jed with a knife and attempts to stab him.
damn.
Damn.
So
Great
let me. Oh, you, Jed, have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah. Okay. Rude. I did okay. That's a 17.
17. That is enough. And you do not take half damage. You just dodge her knife as she appears right in front of you and attempts to stab you. And you quickly dodge out of the way as she through the air.
Love it.
And that is the end of her turn. And so now we are Dorothy, followed by Valentina, then Amethyst, then Jonathan. So basically all the NPCs.
Is
They
okay.
rolled really horribly.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
So there is one up who is not prone, who is how far away?
She is right next to Jed because she tried to stab him with a knife.
Oh, right. She literally just came up and tried to stab him. Okay, cool. Let's just do. I think we're just gonna run up and hit the thing twice with the sword. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go for that.
Cool.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's a weird roll. All right.
Oh, and this one doesn't have a lot of health. Okay.
She gets 2 hits, so I'm just gonna roll them both.
All right.
Okay, not like that. Okay, that's a 20 and a 17.
The 17 just hits. Is it a critical or a dirty 20?
No, that's a dirty 20. That's a dirty
Okay,
20.
so both of them hit. Roll
Okay.
damage.
All right. Got what the hell was that? Two. Okay. Two of those and two of those. Plus 8.
Oh yeah, because she has divine strike because she's technically a war cleric.
Oh.
So she gets divine strike.
Boop, 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 boop. So that's total of 20 damage. Total of 20 damage.
That is enough. Dorothy runs up to Jed. I'll help you. And she just slices off this witch's head as she collapses. Her cloak turns into snowy owl feathers as she hits the ground, and you hear a woo woo. And that is the end of her.
So much
However,
for her.
there is still one that is left, not standing, but alive. So we have Valentina, followed by Amethyst, and then Jonathan.
Valentina is going to use her crossbow to make a ranged weapon attack.
That would be at disadvantage because she's not standing. This witch is on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, so melee attacks will have advantage, which
All right,
would
never
mean
mind.
she could get her sneak attack off.
So should I do a dash with an attack from her short sword?
Yes, that would probably be a good idea, especially because I believe she has bonus action dash
Yeah.
and then action stab because she's a rogue.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's probably your best bet.
All right.
So you dash up to this witch who's on the ground laughing, and stab her.
Stab that bitch.
8 plus 8 to hit, reach, blah, blah, blah. So I should roll a d20 and add 8.
Yep.
D20.
And then it's advantage because this witch is prone and you're making a melee attack, so it's at advantage.
Okay, good.
So roll twice and take the higher number.
Yep.
I rolled 4 both times.
Love it.
Plus,
Thank you.
Eight.
Gods of
Plus
the
8.
so that's 12.
Oof. As this witch is
I got
rolling around
nothing.
laughing on the ground, it's hard to hit her as Valentina just
Well, she does have multi-attack.
she does, so you get to attack again, and that's also with advantage.
As part of the same action, so it's still one.
Yes.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, she has multi-attack. Yeah. And this is at advantage as well.
Okay. That works too. That's gonna be 24.
That will hit, and that
Okay.
will take sneak attack damage. So you can
Perfect.
add that. Because
Probably
it's the
what,
first time she's hit on the
2d6?
turn, and she had advantage.
Her sneak attack damage is 4d6.
Jesus.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's insane.
Oh yeah, her sneak attack is powerful.
Holy balls.
So it's 1d6 plus 4 plus what?
Plus 4d6.
4d6. So it's 5d6 plus
5d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
So it's 5d6 plus.
It is possible Valentina could kill her right here, right now.
Yep.
Oh, that's sneak
While
attack.
she's laughing on the ground. I love it. Yes. Oh,
That is going to be
24.
24 damage.
love it.
She is, unfortunately, still alive,
Oh, this bitch.
but she is heavily damaged, and she actually is going to make the saving throw because she's been stabbed.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I would love to see her continue laughing as she chokes on her own blood.
Unfortunately, she does not. She rolled a 16 and has a plus 4, so she gets a dirty 20 on that saving throw.
Silvery
However,
bars.
she's still
You're really intent on
so that's a 15.
Fails.
Okay, so she's still laughing.
Amethyst is
Who's-
next.
I'll give Amethyst the advantage.
Good, because Amethyst is so freaking pissed.
After she's been bitten by a dog and shot.
Literally gonna fucking shoot this bitch with a crossbow.
She is still prone.
Oh, that's a good point.
She is prone, so
Um,
any other thing would probably work better than a crossbow. But if you want to roll at disadvantage, you totally
she
can.
can run up and stab her, then that works too.
Cool.
Yeah, I assume a 22 hits.
Yes, a 22 would hit as she runs up and just stabs this witch directly in the chest.
Uh, 8 damage.
Still up, unfortunately. But we do have Jonathan, unless Amethyst has a bonus action she wants to use.
And this does not have any bonus actions.
Ugh, this
All
is
right.
horseshit.
I'm assuming she also doesn't have an awakened bush with her.
She, that's a good question. We could say she has one of her pots, but she would have had to like that takes an action to start. So
Okay. So she
um,
can conjure one later.
yeah, she got surprised by this. She wasn't ready.
All right. All right, Jonathan, let's see if we can take it home and kill this last witch who's laughing but clearly on her last legs.
She's
Yeah.
prone, so
Can I reach her with my movement?
for sure.
Uh, I'm gonna say yes.
Cool.
For the sake of time, I'm gonna say yes. She is prone, so melee attacks get
Awesome.
advantage.
Yeah. We're gonna do 2 longsword attacks. +8 to hit. That's it. Unnatural 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice.
And that's 1d8 +4. That is 10 slashing damage on the first attack.
All right.
And 9 slashing damage on the second attack.
She is dead as Jonathan brings down the sword, slamming it into her body. She stops laughing, and you hear the caw of crows as her cloak turns into spectral crows and flies
I
away.
think this was a cute little moment for them with Amethyst, Jonathan, and Valentina all stabbing the witch together. Like, I'm so proud of them.
Like Wizard of Oz.
It's a cute little friend moment.
It was really, really murdery. Like,
It was very interesting. And so we're
just
actually
kind
going
of
to
gang stabbing.
end the session there. So join us next week as they continue on into the Wilkins Manor to find out whatever other horrors may lay within. I will see you all next week, and I will see the rest of you in about 5 minutes.